So have you ever had one of those weeks where every deadline just hit all at the same time? I've got uh, an art gallery that I need to submit work for by 3 p.m. this afternoon. And I've been struggling. I kind of heard about this art gallery kind of last minute. So I've been struggling to kind of pull stuff together and get ready for this. I found a great printing house I'm excited about because now I have access to art gallery level quality printing stuff. I'm also, now that I've got that kind of quality printing, I'm starting to work with offering to sell some of the prints. Um, but with that comes a whole new level of pressure of making sure the prints are absolutely perfect and framed perfectly. I'm signing them um, and all that kind of good stuff. But not only does that do at 3 o'clock today, I've got another art gallery. This one's for Founded in FoCo. Um, and I have to put everything up Monday evening, which is today's Thursday, so it's what, like 3, 4 days from now. And I didn't find out what the space was going to look like and what kind of space I had to work with until yesterday. So I haven't really had the ability to plan it and figure out what I wanted to get up there and how I was going to do it. So now I've got this deadline going on today. I've got to figure out plan, print, frame for Monday. And then on Wednesday, I've got a speech that I'm doing at Founded in FoCo for 1 Million Cups. And then about an hour later, I'm moderating a panel at Founded in FoCo. So I've got like 4 deadlines that are all landing on the same week, and I'm going nuts trying to get it all done. But yeah, I'm wondering, let me know in the comments if you ever had one of those weeks where all your deadlines just landed at once. But welcome into my chaos. I'm going to start signing. Let's see, I've done some test signing, which all that stuff's in the other room. I don't want to move it around too much because I risk damaging it the more I move it around. But I got 2 pieces that are over here that I'm going to sign, trim, and frame. And you guys can watch me sign and trim it while we talk. But so this is totally new. This is something I have not really done before. One, I'm using a different software that allows me to make my drawings much larger than I used to. I draw everything at scale. It's digital, but I draw it at a 1-to-1 scale. So I'm actually drawing my jewelry like this big. But the software I've used in the past, once you blow it up, it gets really pixelated, and you can't really, I have to, like, I couldn't really print it any bigger than this. But now, as you can see, I can print it much larger and do some more impressive pictures of the drawings. I also have a photo. I have a photo that I'm also going to sign. This is a photo that I took of a piece that I designed for a client of mine that has some amazing stories behind it. This is the pearl pendant. If you've been following along, you've seen this before. But this pearl pendant was a custom piece for a client. Let me grab my pen here for signing. And those pearls were something that her grandfather bought her. They used to take trips to SeaWorld when she was a little girl. And so when they went to SeaWorld, he would buy her pearls while they were there. And what was even cooler about it was back then, I don't know if they still do this. Frankly, I've never been to SeaWorld, but back then they had divers that would dive down and retrieve the pearls for you as you purchase them. So she's got some really warm memories of going to SeaWorld with her grandfather as a little girl and having these divers retrieve the pearls for her and stuff. But she'd had it for decades and never done anything with them and wanted to do something with them. So I love there was so much story behind those pearls. Not to mention, it was done like a grape bunch based on the time that her and her husband traveled around the country. And they spent 3 months of that time living and working on a vineyard and having some wonderful times there. So hold on, I gotta stop talking so I can sign real quick. Hold on a second. can't like sign and talk at the same time. I have to be able to concentrate. So there you go. Now it is signed. Here we go. So that's all signed. This is an art gallery level quality print. So meaning the colors aren't going to fade. The DPI, I think this was printed at 600 DPI. The original source was like 585 DPI because the software had some weird limits on it. But the printer itself is capable of doing like, was it 1200 DPI? So it's a very high quality printer and setup. And the woman that's doing this, she's always printing stuff for art galleries. That's what she specializes in. So, so this is very high quality stuff, and it's from what I'm hearing, it should not fade in the sun the way that typical printing stuff does, right? Like if you print photos on your home printer that you bought at Best Buy or Walmart or whatever, that stuff, if you put it on the fridge, it's gonna fade. You know, the sun's gonna fade it, not immediately, but you know, after a year or two of being on the fridge, it's gonna fade. It's not gonna look as good. It's gonna be kind of weird looking. But this stuff should stand up to that kind of stuff a lot better. I'm gonna make sure I'm still cutting on top. Kind of getting off my cutting. I've got a cutting mat underneath the cutting mat. It's kind of weird. I've got some self-healing stuff here, but I'm definitely getting off the cutting mat underneath. I need to get that into place so I'm not cutting. Don't want to cut my counter. That would not be good. So, but anyway, doing some trimming now, getting it all trimmed to size. But what I'm working on right now, I keep talking about this pearl pendant, but what I'm working on right now, the one I keep showing you here, this is my WASD pendant from the Player One collection. This is a new collection. I'm still working on the CAD models. If you've been following along, you've seen some of that. But the WASD pendant is inspired by video gamers. So, you know, to the average person, this just looks like an elegant pendant, sort of modern design with just 4 beautiful squares done in white gold with blue sapphires. But if you're a gamer, you'll notice that top square is a little off center, and something's funny about that. And it looks very familiar if you're a video gamer, because it's modeled after the WASD keys on a keyboard, which are what gamers, in case you're not a gamer, those are what gamers often use as the directional keys: forward, backwards, left, right, that kind of thing. I know if you're a gamer, this is a little over-explained, but not everybody in here's a gamer, so hold on there. But the beauty of this is, like, I love making stuff that just looks beautiful and elegant. And to know, you kind of have to know, right? If you know, you know. But if you don't, it's just a beautiful piece, right? So the idea is making something that allows you to revel in whatever it is you nerd out about, whatever it is that gets you excited, whatever's that unique piece of you, letting that shine, but doing it with an elegance that makes everybody jealous, instead of something that's really kind of kitschy and nerdy, and everybody's go, oh, you're into that thing. Like, no. They're not going to have any idea you're into that thing unless you tell them, right? That's how I like to design, is, you know, because honestly, like, it's nice to have a little bit of privacy. It's nice to let the things that you love shine, but still manage to hold a little bit of privacy about it, because, you know, people can be judgmental. Mean people. I don't like mean people, but they can be judgmental, right? Here we go. All trimmed up, signed, ready to be framed, ready to roll. All right. But yeah, people can be judgmental. And so this stuff's really designed to be kind of your little secret, you know? But at the same time, like, the people that you would want to know, people that are video gamers and would totally get it, then they get it. They're like, wait a minute, is that? Like, yep, sure is. But, you know, you don't have to share that with everybody, right? Not everybody needs to know. Not everybody's going to understand. I'm going to grab my pen again. I got to do some more signing. Silence. Can you handle the silence? I don't know. I mean, the sound of my voice is pretty amazing. So I hate to deprive you all for a moment, but I have to sign. I'm so sorry. I'm a dad. It's bad dad humor. That's the way it is. It's bad dad humor. Oh man. Okay. So here we go. I don't want to sign. Let's see. I'll just kind of do it over here. There we go. We got signature. Good to go. So, yeah, the video gaming stuff, that's kind of the thing that I'm really concentrating on right now, but this is a beautiful piece. So this was originally done as a custom piece for the client, but I am offering it. I talked to her about, this is such a beautiful piece. I think a lot of other people would like this. How do you feel about me putting it on my store, on my web store, right? So you can go to charmingquail.com. And I asked her about that, and she said, "Oh my God, that would be amazing." She was so honored that that this piece was so beautiful, and that I wanted to share it with the rest of the world. She was very honored about it. So I added it to the store. So it's on the store. If you want one of these pearl pendants, you can go to charmingquail.com and order one for yourself. They're all made to order, so it takes a little while to come in. But that's how I ensure the best quality, right? I want to make sure that whatever you get from Charming Quail is the best quality. So high quality takes time. And if you need something right away, you need something today, then Charming Quail may not be for you. I'm not here to do stuff in a rush. I'm here to get it done right. You know what I mean? So anyway, this is going pretty smoothly. I was really concerned. I'm so nervous about things going wrong because I have such a tight deadline here. But I've been really excited that this morning everything's been going pretty smoothly and quickly, which maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. Just encouraging fate to jump in and be like, "Ha ha ha, you thought that was going well. Let me prove that wrong." But honestly, I haven't worked with these prints before. I've never really signed anything before. This is kind of new to me, but man, I'm still trying to get used to this. Like, the art community keeps inviting me in and welcoming me in, which is honestly not something that I'm used to. I'm used to being a designer, and I'm used to the art community usually kind of being, yes, you're a designer, you're not an artist. That's a different thing. Like, okay, fair enough. I haven't been to art school. I went to design school. Fine, whatever. That's fine by me. I don't care. But lately I've had the art community just really welcome me with open arms and calling me an artist without any prompting. They keep calling me an artist, and so trying to be good and trying to accept that and understand that and all that kind of stuff. And so it seems like signing my work, if people feel like I am an artist, then it seems like maybe signed work is something people would be interested in. I mean, you tell me, is that something you'd be interested in? Somebody watching this video, somebody who's taking some interest in what's going on here. Tell me in the comments. Would you have interest in a signed piece? I'm also interested in doing, this video game collection. I think it's going to lend itself really well to some very graphic kind of art. And so I'm thinking about taking it and making some art that is not jewelry, but is based on the jewelry, and creating more graphic art. Maybe it's like just two colors, no gradients, but it's very bold and strong, but captures the essence of the video game symbols that I'm using, and sort of that RGB nature and stuff like that. But I'm kind of curious, as the viewers, what do you guys want to see? Do you guys want like stickers and hoodies and things? Would that be kind of neat? Do you guys want signed sketches, signed concept sketches and stuff? I don't know. I'd be curious to hear what you're into. All right, here we go. there's the photo. It is signed. It is trimmed. I need to go frame it. I need to put the wire hangers on the back of the frames, which is also freaking me out a little bit because I've never done that before, but I had a woman teach me how to do that, and it looked pretty simple, so I'm pretty excited. I've got the materials I need. I don't know. Gosh. Wish me luck. Good. Break your leg, Alex. I've got break a leg, whatever. I got to figure this all out. I got a lot to do, a little bit of time, but I think I got some really pretty stuff to work with here. I'm really excited to see how everybody else responds to it in the galleries. Trying to make some links and stuff, so while they're at the gallery, they can go back to the website too. So not only do they see the beautiful stuff, but there's a little blurb with the stuff that kind of gives you the story behind, just a little taste of the story behind the pieces. But then you can't really get the full story in a little text blurb next to an art gallery posting. So I'm going to try to also put a QR code next to everything so people can scan, and like if they're enjoying the story but they want more of the story while they're standing there looking at the art, they can pull up more of the story on their phone, whether that's YouTube videos, pages on the website where it's got more photos of the stuff going on in the background, 3D renders and prototypes and concept sketches and speed sketches and videos of me talking about everything that went into the making of the jewelry and the stories behind it and everything. So, I don't know, really leaning into trying to share the story behind everything with you all. So, anyhow, if you want to see these art galleries, like I said, what is this? March of 2026. Today's the 5th, I think. Next week, Founded in FoCo is happening here in Fort Collins, Colorado. I'm going to have some stuff up in Founded in FoCo, which I haven't planned yet because I haven't been able to. As I mentioned earlier, that was not possible. But this is also going up in a new art gallery at the First Presbyterian Church on Harmony and College here in Fort Collins. So that's those two pieces that you saw me just sign and trim. Those are slotted to go up there, and I got to go turn those into their art gallery by the end of today. So if you want to go see the stuff, those are the places to see them. I'm not exactly sure when the church is putting the stuff up and how long it's up for. Still trying to get details on that. But these two are going to be available for sale. These prints are available for sale. The pendant is also available for sale, but that'll be on my website. And the Player One collection is coming. I'm working on it. Some of the CAD work is done. That will be available for purchase on my website soon enough. So anyway, charmingquail.com. Check out all the stuff I've got there. I've got a portfolio you can kind of sift through. I've got a shop, all the kind of good stuff. Story. Check out the blog called The Fan Feed. More story there. It's busy. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next one. If you've enjoyed this video, I think you're going to really enjoy this one. So check this one out next, and I will see you there. And remember, embrace infinite nerdy.